So welcome to your strength and conditioning. It is full body today. We have literally a little bit of everything going on. If you have like a step or access to a staircase, I'm gonna give you some options for lunges that you can use that with. We also have some bent over rows for the back. So if you find that you need a little bit of upper body support, again, if you have a workout bench, they also work really great, or the back of a couch. So just so that you have some ideas if you need to grab certain things or go to certain places in order to make that happen. But before we get into the workout, we gotta warm up. So let's get into our 10 jumping jacks. Whether you wanna do 10 high or 10 low jumping jacks. And then once you have done your 10, we're gonna alternate 10 front lunges. Keep the lunge nice and small. You don't have to get that back knee right down to the floor, but we want to get those hips, knees, ankles all warmed up, ready to rock and roll. Doing 10 lunges total. So 5 on the left, 5 on the right, keeping those abs engaged, eyes are up, and once you have done the 10, we're gonna do leg swings front to back. So if you need to hold on to something for balance, find a wall, back of a chair, back of a couch, and we're gonna swing the legs front to back. Eyes are gonna go on to a focal point to help with the balance. Just swing the arms with the legs, keep those abs tight, doing 10 swings on each side. And then once you have done your 10 leg swings, we're gonna come down onto the floor, high plank or push-up position. And if you find coming right down onto the floor is just not an option right now, you can always elevate those hands. So find your workout bench. Find a nice sturdy coffee table. Use the first or second step of the staircase. The higher you get the hands off the floor, the easier anything in that plank or push-up position becomes. So we're on our hands, we're on our toes. Take one foot, step it nice and wide. That same hand is gonna open up to the ceiling. Set that foot back. Same thing on the other side. I need your eyes to follow the hand, opening up through that shoulder, chest, and the hip. Doing 10 rotations total. So 5 on the left and 5 on the right. And once you have done your 10 rotations, stay down in this plank position, finishing off with either 10 plank toe taps or 10 plank jacks. So you're gonna jump or step the feet out to the side, 10 reps total. And then we get to start down on the floor. But most likely you're gonna need to grab some weights. Now, if you have a workout bench, feel free to use it. We're gonna do 2 rounds of chest presses on the floor, followed by 2 rounds of skull crushers or overhead tricep extensions on the floor as well. So make sure you've got whatever weights you need for those 2 exercises. Just gonna grab my timer. We are going to do 35 seconds on, 10 seconds off. And like I said, we'll do 2 rounds of the chest, followed by 2 rounds of the tricep, and then we get to stand up. All right, timer is set. Knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Keeping that back push down into the mat. Elbows are out about 90 degrees, pressing the weight up and over the chest. Dropping those arms down, just tap the floor if you're on the floor with me. If you are using a workout bench, those elbows are gonna be able to drop a little bit lower, allowing you to get deeper into that stretch across the chest and the shoulders. Good. We are here for 2 rounds. And I need about 1 more second. Good, so same thing 1 more time. And then we're gonna stay in this position, whether you're on the floor or on a bench, and we're gonna go into overhead tricep extensions. All right, make sure your back is pushed down. That way your abs are engaged. You should feel them tighten up. Bringing the dumbbells right together above the chest. You got it. Now, with the overhead tricep extensions that are coming up next, you can use 2 dumbbells or you can use 1. Depends how heavy you want to go or how heavy of a weight that you're using right now. Good. So if you're gonna use 2 dumbbells, you're just gonna glue them together. We're gonna lock the shoulders into place, bend through the elbow, the weights are gonna come behind the head, and then press up. Same thing if you're going to use 1. Grab onto both ends, bend the elbows straight back, and then press up towards the ceiling. We wanna keep that shoulder locked into place. We're only moving through the elbow joint. Still keeping that back push down either into your workout bench or on the floor if you're with me. And if you are using a workout bench and your head's at the very end of the bench, you can bring those dumbbells past the floor. Get a little bit of a deeper stretch through those triceps. Good, so we need to do that 1 more time and then we'll have 10 seconds to stand up. And I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen here. All right, bend the elbows, lock those shoulders into place. So when the timer goes, we're gonna pop it up. You can use 2 dumbbells, 1 or none. We're gonna do 2 rounds of front lunges, alternating left and right, and then 2 rounds of reverse lunges, alternating left and right. And this is where you can use a step or the first step of a staircase for an alternative, and I will show you what that looks like. Good, I need about 3 more seconds here. You got it. All right, come on up. I'm gonna pause my timer here for a second, get my mat out of the way. So if you are using a step, 2 dumbbells, 1 or none, totally up to you. So option 1 is we're gonna alternate front lunges onto a step or first step of a staircase. Option 2, you do the exact same thing on the floor. All right, we got about 4 seconds on the timer. Grab your weight if you are using weight. Keep those shoulders pulled back. Here we go. Now, if you are using a step or your staircase, make sure you are getting your whole foot onto that step. So just make sure you're not putting the ball of the foot, whole foot on that step, dropping that back knee, pushing off with that heel to bring your feet back together. Same thing on the floor, push off with that heel. Your weight is on that front foot, still dropping that back knee, keeping abs tight and eyes up. Perfect, so we need to do the same thing 1 more time. If you want to make a weight change, you can do that. We got 3 seconds. We're gonna rock and roll. Here we go, lunge it. So by using a step, all you're able to do is increase the range of motion. You can drop that back knee down, lower than what the floor would give you. Good. So it's just a different way of doing the same thing, giving those muscles a little added challenge. But again, you don't have to use the step. I need 10 more seconds, and then we go into a reverse lunge. In 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you're going to use a step, you need to start on top of it. From here, you lunge off, bring the feet together. All right, so on the floor, we are here, stepping it off. On the step, you're gonna step off, step back onto your step, step off. Make sure you got your eyes up. You're not looking down at your feet. Your whole foot is on your step. Still dropping that back knee, but now we're gonna push off with the foot that's on the step to get those feet back together. I need 5 more seconds and 1 more round. Woo. Nice, all right, we gotta do that 1 more time and then we get to move on. All right, so floor, step, a little mix of the 2. You ready? Here we go. Reverse lunge, feet together, good. Keep your abs nice and tight, eyes are up. Now remember, you can hold on to just 1 dumbbell goblet style. You can do all of this body weight. Good, you can do a mix of all 3. Start with 2 dumbbells, drop down to 1, and then drop down to body weight to finish off. But I need about 10 more seconds. And then we're going to do a reverse lunge clean into a rotational press. Crazy. Whew. All right, I'm gonna pause this for a second. All right, so I need you to pick a side, left or right. Does not matter because you're gonna end up doing both. So if the weight is in my left, I'm gonna step back with my left. So I got hand to opposite leg. So I'm gonna go into this reverse lunge. I'm gonna clean from here. I'm gonna rotate and press. All right, don't overthink it. Take your time, move slowly. And 4, 3, reverse lunge, clean first. Here we go. Reverse lunge, clean from here. Rotate and press. Yes, reset. Here we go. Reverse, clean as we stand. Rotate and press. Keep those abs nice and tight. Use the momentum of getting out of the lunge to get that weight to the shoulder. Good. Hup. Once you have done the clean to the shoulder, take an extra second before you go into that rotational press. You got it. 3 seconds. Good, so same thing other side. And then we'll do each side one more time. So if you want to go heavier or lighter, you can make that happen. In 3, 2, here we go. Reverse lunge, clean it up, rotate and press. Now when you do that reverse lunge, right, chest up, hips back, clean to the shoulder from here, pivot, rotate and press straight to the ceiling. My hand is not out in front, it's not pulled back behind me. Good. I totally screwed that one up. Here we go. I got less than 10 seconds and we need to do each side one more time. In 3, 2, whoo. All right, I'm actually gonna go a little bit heavier for round 2. There we go. Make sure you're back onto that first side for me. Good, reverse lunge, clean, rotate and press. With that rotate and press, you're punching a hole through your ceiling. You're going straight up to 12 o'clock. Good. Abs are tight, rotating hip, knee, and ankle. You got it. And as you get more comfortable with the sequence and the flow, you'll be able to go a little bit more, you'll be able to go more smoothly through the sequence. I think that's what I'm trying to say. In 3, 2, good. There'll be a little less thinking involved once you get the hang of the flow. That's what I'm trying to say. Switch hands, switch legs. Last round, here we go. Reverse lunge, clean, rotate and press. Good. Abs are tight. Rotating through that hip, knee, and ankle. Using that momentum of getting out of the lunge to clean to the shoulder. I need about 15 more seconds. We're gonna grab one dumbbell or kettlebell if you have one. We got 3 rounds of a 2-handed swing. 5 seconds left. In 3, 2, and 1. Good. So grab your weight, 2-handed swings, dumbbell or kettlebell. I need you to have the weight in front, step it back. Knees soft, push the hips back, shoulders are pulled back, eyes are up. Hike past, swing through. So your 2-handed swing is a high-speed deadlift. So I'm gonna push those hips back, get a bit of a stretch through the hamstrings, squeeze my quads and glutes as I stand up, using that power, using that momentum to move my weight. My arms do not physically move the dumbbell or the kettlebell. In 4, 3, 2, and park it. Same thing 2 more times. I'm gonna grab a kettlebell here for round 2. All right, here we go. Knees soft, hips are back, shoulders back, eyes are up. Hike past, swing it through, good. Keeping those abs engaged. Squeeze that butt, squeeze those quads as you stand up, and your arms are just along for the ride. 15 seconds, we gotta do this one more time before we move on. Good, almost there. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and park it. Nice, all right, so I'm gonna use that dumbbell for the last round, and then we get to move on to a bent over row for the back. All right, let's get it set up. Knees soft, shoulders back, hips back. Pull those abs in, hike pass. Here we go. Last 35 seconds. We'll take that 10-second break. Find 2 dumbbells for me. We're gonna do a bent over row for the back. You can go wide, you can go narrow, you can go twisting. We're gonna do 3 rounds. If you need some more upper body support, what your option is, you're gonna go left side, right side, and then you will need to do a double. Good. So if you're gonna use a workout bench, or if you're gonna use a chair for some upper body support, right? So workout bench, you can kneel, or you can place a hand. You'll go one side, but you're gonna have to do 1 round with a double. All right, 4 seconds, my friends. Go wide, I need 2 dumbbells. Wide, narrow, or twisting. Knees soft, hips back. Shoulders are gonna be pulled back. You can go wide with the elbows. You can twist the dumbbells up. Keep the palms facing each other and go nice and neutral, which will be your easiest version. But when we are here, do not let your back start to round out. Hips are back, shoulders are back, and those elbows are coming up. You're gonna feel that upper to mid back contract. I need about 5 more seconds. You got it. And all we need to do is rinse and repeat. Perfect. Make a weight change. If you're doing one side at a time to get you started, switch sides. All right, in 3, 2, you ready? Knees soft, hips back, pull those shoulders back, here we go. Start with the hardest row version for you, whether it's the wide or the twisting, and then do as many as you can, even if it's like 2 reps. Then make it a little bit easier. So go from the wide to the twisting or the twisting to the narrow, and then do as many as you can. If you need to take a posture break, stand up, take 1 or 2 seconds, hinge it back over, and let's keep going. I need 5 more seconds and 1 more round. In 3, 2, whoo. 1 more, and then we get to move on. We got biceps and triceps coming up next. In 3, 2, grab those weights, knees soft, push that butt back. Eyes are on the floor for that nice neutral spine. Belly button pulled in. Good, feeling that upper to mid back contract. Hold at the top if you need to help feel that contraction. Take your time, don't rush through it. You don't want to use momentum, so I don't want you pulling through the body. Get those hips down, get that chest almost parallel with the floor, and I need 5 more seconds. Come on. In 4, 3, 2, whoo. 2 dumbbells. We have 2 rounds of bicep curls, 2 rounds of standing overhead tricep extensions. All right, we got 2 seconds. We get to rock and roll. Knees soft, palms up, shoulders back. I want you to glue the elbows, glue the shoulders into place. We only move through that elbow joint. Do not start to do this. If you need to make the curl easier, you can alternate left and right. But I want you to keep those knees soft. Feel free to stagger your stance if that helps with your body position. We have less than 10 seconds, and we need to do these curls 1 more time. You can go heavier, you can go lighter with those weights. Whew. Or you can grab a quick drink. Grab water whenever you need it. All right, we got 2 seconds. You ready? Last time with those curls. Knees soft, shoulders back. Glue those shoulders into place. Watch any body movement. Don't swing the weights up. Alternate left and right. Drop down to a lighter weight. Lots of options to keep you going. I need about 15 more seconds. And just like when we did the overhead tricep extensions or skull crushers on the floor, you can do 1 or 2 dumbbells, depends on how heavy you want to go. But we need 1 weight or 2, and we're gonna get it up and overhead. Good, I'm gonna go a little bit heavier on with 1 dumbbell. I'm gonna grab onto either end, get the weight behind the head, and tuck those elbows in. Knees soft, good. I'm gonna tuck that pelvis in so I can feel my abs tighten up and my glutes. Good, keeping those elbows straight ahead. So do not let them flare out to the side. And again, you can stagger that stance if that helps with your body position, totally fine. I need 15 more seconds, one more round, and then we're gonna hit the deck in a plank position. We got some core work coming up next in 5, 4, 3, 2, good. Whew. We gotta do that one more time. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier. Now, as the dumbbells get heavier and a little bit bigger, you may find that you need to do the triangle hand, still keeping those elbows tucked in. You can stagger the stance or go side by side, still tucking that pelvis in so I can feel my abs and my glutes are tight, stabilizing this nice tall posture. And when the timer goes, grab a quick drink if you need it, and feel free to elevate your hands off the floor to make this plank easier. We have 2 shoulder taps, followed by 2 knee taps in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. So on the floor, we are here. We're gonna go shoulder, shoulder, knee, knee. Now you can do it from the knees. Shoulder, shoulder, pop up onto the toes, knee, knee. If you need to elevate those hands, do it. So hands are up, shoulder, shoulder, knee, knee. And the higher the hands are off the floor, the easier the plank is going to be, making the movement or the exercise easier. I need about 10 more seconds. And I want you to take your time. Control the movement, keeping those hips nice and square to the floor. In 3, 2, perfect. Same thing, 2 more times. And then we get to move on. Oh, in 3, 2, round 2, pop it up. Good. Now, if you're on the floor with me, the wider you make your feet, bigger base of support, easier to keep those hips square to the floor. If you need to make it harder, get those feet closer together. Watch that your hips do not start coming up into the air. I need to keep your hips down, back nice and flat, belly button pulled in. 10 seconds, 1 round left. And we're gonna go back to the legs in 3, 2, whew. We gotta do that one more time. And then what I want you to do is I want you to find the heaviest dumbbell or kettlebell that you have. I need it for the next exercise. Pop it up. What's gonna happen is you're gonna pick a side, left or right. You're gonna leave your dumbbell or kettlebell on the floor. And from there, we're gonna squat down and pick it up without letting the body twist or turn to that side to compensate. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. Now, if you're using a dumbbell, dumbbells are lower to the floor than the kettlebell, which can make it a lot harder. Whew. All right, so if you have a kettlebell, this is what it will look like. You'll set it down on the floor. You're gonna stand beside it. From here, you'll squat down. You're gonna pick it up without letting the body tip. You set it down and come back up. All I need you to do is pick the weight up off the floor. That is it. Now with the dumbbell, if coming right down to the floor, because it's pretty low to the floor, if coming right down to the floor to pick up the weight is not an option, this is where a staircase or a coffee table is gonna come in handy. So what you would do is set your heavy weight on the staircase or a coffee table. Stand right beside it. You're gonna squat down, pick up that weight, and then set it back down and come back up. That's how you're gonna make that adjustment. So kettlebells or dumbbell. If you're using a dumbbell, elevate it off the floor if you can or need to, or you can keep it on the floor for that added challenge. All right, I'm gonna shed some weight here. I'm gonna go this weight to start. All right, everybody ready? Everybody's got their weights? Let's do this, here we go. We got 5 seconds. So breathe through it, get your eyes onto that focal point, sit it back with those hips. Here we go. Grab a seat, grab your weight, stand up. Set it down, take that break. Good, pick it back up, whoop. Now you're gonna find here on round 1, did you go heavy enough or not? So whatever we used here on this side, we gotta use on the other side. And then you can make that weight change for round 2. All right, I need about 10 more seconds. We'll take that 10-second break. In 5, 4, 3, 2, perfect. All right, same thing on the other side. I'm gonna move this over, set this onto my step. All right, here we go. Grab a seat, eyes are up, keep those abs tight, hips are pushed back. Drive through those legs to stand up with your weight. Take that break, good. Before you stand up with that weight, make sure your abs are braced. They're super, super tight. We wanna support that back as we lift up that heavy weight. Good. I need 10 more seconds and we gotta do each side one more time. So if you want to go heavier, if you need to go heavier, make that change. 3, 2, perfect. All right, I'm going up. I'm going up, I'm going up, and I have like a big up because that's just what's available. All right, are we ready? Here we go. Squat it down, eyes up, chest up. Oh, good. Perfect. Sit those hips back, keep those abs nice and tight. Make sure you're standing as close to your step, chair, coffee table, whatever it is that you're using. 10 seconds. We gotta do that other side one more time, and we got one move left. In 5, 4, 3, 2, whoo. All right, we gotta do that other side, keeping the same weight, getting nice and close. Same thing if you got a kettlebell on the floor, it's right beside your foot. Squat it back, pick up that weight, and then set it down. Good, pick it up. I like to hold for an extra second at the top, make sure everything is stable, everything is tight, and then set it back down. Good. 15 seconds. We're gonna need one dumbbell or kettlebell for our next move. Dynamic, stationary, lateral lunges. We gotta get those feet nice and wide, and you need one weight. Perfect, good. All right, find one dumbbell for me or kettlebell, whatever you got. I'm gonna get this out of the way. I need you to get your feet nice and wide for me. I'm gonna get that out of the way. I will get myself organized here in a second. Feet are wide. Hand to opposite foot. Hip back, chest up. Stand up, switch, right into the other side. So I want a nice fluid switch from left to right. Keeping your eyes up. Pushing your hips back, chest is up, keeping that core nice and tight. Good, sit your hip back onto that heel as much as you can. And as we get more warmed up, see if you can sit a little deeper. I need 4 more seconds. Quick switch of the hands at the top. Nice. Same thing, 2 more times, and then we are done. Make a weight change if you need to. Let's get those feet nice and wide again. You ready? Grab your weight, sit that hip back, switch. Good. So on each round, see if you can make it a little harder. Did you go up more in weight? Maybe you made your feet a little bit wider. Maybe you're taking the time to really sit that hip back a little bit deeper. I need 15 seconds, and I need one more round. Then we stretch. We are almost there, my friends. Good, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little leg shake out. If you need a quick drink, do it. 5 seconds. Let's get those feet wide. Grab your weight. Tighten up those abs. Sit that hip back. Switch hands in front. Good. That's it. So my eyes are looking in front on about a 45-degree angle. I'll come on with more of a side here. And again, I'm sitting this hip back like I want to sit on the heel of my foot. I need about 10 more seconds. We're gonna grab some water. You can meet me down on the floor. We're gonna get all stretched out. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Nice work. Grab some water, find your mat, get these out of the way. And then once you're on the floor, I want you to bring those arms out like the letter T and drop the knees either to the left or to the right, you choose. You can hold it here, or if you want to go deeper into the stretch, you can extend the top leg. Keeping that opposite arm down on the floor as best as you can, stretching out through that chest and the shoulder. Hold the stretch. Let's let any tension that you feel just fade away. And then from there, switch sides whenever you're ready. Drop both knees, hold it here, or extend that top leg. Good. Letting any tension in that hip, lower back, shoulder, just let go. Good. And then from here, we'll bring those legs back to the center. Keeping both knees bent to start. Bring one leg up, grab either above or below the knee or the toe, but I want you to get this leg straight first. If you need to go deeper into that hamstring stretch, extend the other leg. Good. Breathing through any tension in that hamstring, and then just simply switch sides whenever you are ready. Woo. So again, get the leg straight first. Only if you need to go deeper into that stretch will you extend the other leg. Letting any tension in that hamstring just fade away. And then we're gonna go into our figure four. So we'll cross an ankle over a knee. You can either push that knee away with the same hand or grab onto the uncrossed leg, pull it in for a deeper hip stretch. Again, with each exhale, letting that tension just go. And then switching sides whenever you are ready. So either push the knee away with the hand or grab onto that uncrossed leg. And then we're gonna rock and roll. We'll sit all the way up, legs straight, out in front, and then, oh shoot. Bring the soles of the feet together. Grab onto the ankles if you want and push the legs down only if you wanna go deeper into that inner leg stretch. You don't have to. You can simply just hold onto your toes or ankles and let gravity do its thing. And then from here, we're gonna extend one leg out in front, cross the other leg over, give yourself a hug, twist to look behind you. So we're gonna pull this knee in, use this hand to twist, and with each exhale, see if you can go a little deeper into that rotation. Just getting through that hip and lower back one more time. And then we'll just simply switch sides whenever you are ready. And again, using the exhale to go deeper into that twist or rotation. And then from here, we're gonna flip ourselves over into our tabletop. So we're on our hands, we're on our knees, we're gonna flex the feet, we're gonna push the hips up and heels come into the floor. Feel free to pedal out the feet if that helps you feel the calves a little bit better. Get that head between the shoulders. Another quick little shoulder stretch. And then I want you to walk your feet towards your hands and hang like a rag doll. I want you to open up through the shoulder blades, rounding through the back. And then from here, we're gonna slowly stand it up, vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing those shoulders down and back. Interlace those hands, let's open up through the chest and the shoulders. So shoulders are down, sticking that chest out as far as you can. And then we're gonna bring one arm across the body, getting a nice stretch around the back of the shoulder. Feel free to play around with the angle of the arm so that you can feel that stretch. And then just simply switch sides whenever you are ready. We're gonna go into our triceps next. This is where we get to give ourselves a nice big pat on the back and push that elbow back. And as that elbow comes back, open up through that chest again a little bit, letting any tension in the back of the arm just fade away. And then just switching sides whenever you are ready. For the last stretch, if you need to hold on to something for balance, find a wall, a chair, whatever you need, but if we're gonna grab an ankle, glue the knees together, and then I want you to push that hip forward so you can get that stretch not only in the quad, but right up into that hip flexor. Again, hold until any tension in that leg just fades away, and then just simply switch sides. So knees together, push that hip forward, And once you have done both sides, you're done. Job well done on this full body workout. I hope you challenged yourselves just a wee bit, especially with that heavy dumbbell or kettlebell pickup. But have an amazing rest of the day, and I cannot wait to see you in the next workout.